We often get asked all the time about can you save some money in the boiler room. Now there's something very simple that you can do, and that's just put some insulation in the boiler room, not only for saving money, but also for some safety today on the boiling point. Welcome to the Boiling Point. I'm with Duffy Dillion. Duffy is actually our insulator here at WARE. Duffy, I've been going around to different trailers, and I've been in these trailers a lot, but something clicked the other day that we ought to talk about this. There's an awful lot of boiler rooms that actually need some insulation. Why would somebody actually insulate different things in a boiler room?
Well, the payback is the number one thing. Anytime you can insulate something, you're going to get your money back out of it. Another main reason is the personnel protection. You don't want your employees running up and touching something that's hot, burning themselves, and then you got a work injury. So,
what typically is so many feet that you need to have some type of insulation on?
Personnel protection is usually 6 foot and below.
Okay.
So that way, anything above that, they usually don't frown on, but anything 6 foot and below, they do frown on.
Okay, and just putting some type of insulation around it to keep that heat from burning somebody if they were to step across, reach for, touch, or whatever it was.
Exactly.
Now you said something about that the payback. What is typical payback for insulation in a boiler room?
A typical boiler room with everything insulated and running proper is going to be anywhere from 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
So that's all your piping, all your valves, your DA tanks, your boiler, everything running, the way it should.
Okay, and when you're wrapping a boiler, you're wrapping the full entire boiler,
yes.
Just the front, or are you doing the whole boiler?
We do the fronts and we do the sides.
Okay, fronts and sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned DA tank. We happen to have a DA tank behind us. All of the DAs and the trailers are all wrapped here at WARE, and I know you do this. Why don't you take us through real quick a little bit of the wrap and maybe even how long it might take to do something like this?
They usually get 2 inches of insulation, which is a rock wool insulation, which is, keeps the heat in and the temperature down.
Right.
We put aluminum skin on it, as you can see, and then caulk up everything, seal up everything real nice.
Okay. And that actually holds that heat in, keeps that DA from, putting the heat out into the boiler room. It's holding it in there, and it's not working as much. It's making it more as efficient, right?
Right.
There's some other ways that you do. This is what?
This is a removable cover. We offer these. This is in case you got to get into something, over and over again. You can easily attach these. They got Velcro, real easy to put on. Anybody, maintenance guys or anywhere can put on Velcro, and they come with a strap, and then just pull strings, just like tying your shoe.
What would this go around?
This is actually for just a flange. Flange valve. We got a job for it.
Okay.
But this is, you can order these through us if you need something, your personnel protection where you want to take it off, get into a valve, service the valve, and then you can put the cover back on.
Okay, and then we also have this here.
This is a pipe section.
Okay.
Same thing. What we do, if you got a run of pipe, not that big, we usually just put regular insulation, pipe insulation on that. But these are also removable blankets, which hold the heat in unbelievable.
Right.
And like I said, they're user-friendly. Velcro, straps, pull strings. We offer, anything that's hot or cold, we offer, covers for.
Some type of insulation for that. What if you're running like a 500-foot run of pipe outside? Are you putting these on there?
No, we're actually putting, it depends on how thick the customer would like, anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches, all the way up to 4 inches.
Right.
We put a insulation pipe covering on it, and then usually if it's outside, we wrap it with aluminum jacking. All your stuff will be aluminum jacket, caulked up and sealed up and ready to go.
What about valves, gates, non-returns? Are you wrapping those inside a boiler room as well?
Yes.
Little jackets that go for those?
Yeah, we got covers that go for them as well. And if not, the customer don't want to pay, or don't feel like they need to get into these as much, we can do a hard covering with insulation and in aluminum jacking.
Okay. Now I noticed in our boilers, in the mobile boiler rooms, and even boiler rooms that we actually service, that sometimes we even do the FGR ducts.
Yes.
What is that doing?
Well, it's also the FGR ducts are making, I guess, this the auto flame so it doesn't get hot.
Okay. So you're really keeping the heat down in the trailer.
Inside, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're keeping the heat down inside the trailer.
Trying to make it comfortable for the customer, you know.
Sure. And I know the trailers in here get awful hot, and we've even got a paint that we put on the front of our boilers here on the rental units that actually keep the heat down.
Right.
So, well, it's definitely some savings that you can have, and with an 8-month payback, it's something that, you know, you do it once. It's good to probably start doing something in the summer before it actually gets into the winter. There may be even some freeze protection that can definitely help out. And man, freeze protection costs a lot of money, but also just being able to heat the pipe, keep the system from working too hard. You're actually going to save money, and it's going to be more efficient. So appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us today. If you ever need anything like this, give us a shout. If we're not doing it, find somebody in your local area that is going to do this to make those boiler rooms much more efficient, keep the boilers from working as hard as what they need to, and saving that company some money. So we'll see you next time on The Boiling Point. Well, great information today. Again, always look for those opportunities that you can save some money and also some safety with some insulation in there. You can always check with the guys. Now, I am wearing TU. This is a shout out to my daughter, Carly, playing for the TU Trojans, Taylor University Trojans up in Upland, Indiana, and they are wrapping up their season. So big shout out to them and to her. Well, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and if you don't mind, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, share those videos. We'll see you next time on The Boiling Point.